Hello, welcome to Always Curious. Today we are going to start a new playlist called Oracle AI, and it's based on the question that was in last week's blog that I have here. Why isn't Oracle being used by all the fancy new tools like N8N and Streamlit and so forth? So we're gonna start. Uh, well, let's look at what we had last week here. Had a nice little video from Juan Loaiza from Oracle, but then we said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do three things. We're going to show how to build a simple chat interaction using Python, Streamlit, or JavaScript, talking to LangChain, and then talking to an LLM. So something very simple. And then we're going to start adding to that. We're going to actually have the interface talk to LangChain, talk to the Oracle 23 AI Converged database, have it do a vector search, a graph search, and do an Oracle machine learning prediction. So what I'm going to show today is this very simple Streamlit, Python Streamlit, LangChain LLM. And then we'll talk about the other stuff in future videos. So here is a Streamlit, Python Streamlit, simple interaction. This is actually a public URL, so you can go here and try this out if you want. You'll have to enter your own OpenAI API key, but once you do that, you can type in here and you can say, let's see, say hello and submit it. And we get some results back. They're not formatted greatly, but we get these results back. And what does the code look like for this? Well, here is the code. And what I'm using here, this is really nice. This is GitHub CodeSpace. And in CodeSpace, I actually can see all the files that I have here. There's a Git, it's attached to a Git repository. So whenever I make changes, those changes can be pushed. And over here is a little uh, simple browser that shows what's going on in this code. There's really only one uh, Python file here. It's called streamlitapp.py, and it imports Streamlit, which of course had to be installed. This requirements file says what has to be installed: Streamlit, OpenAI, LangChain Core, LangChain OpenAI, and actually we don't even need these other two. So then I import from LangChain the chat model so I can use it to talk to an LLM. And actually don't need this anymore. And then I open up a sidebar that asks for the OpenAI key, which is what we saw here, over here. And then here is what you saw in the chat window. What are the three key pieces of code? This was there before I typed hello, and then just start up the app. Okay. So you see these three pieces over here. Now watch what happens if I change this to 4 and save it. You see in this thing, it changed to 4 in the CodeSpace browser. Over here, let's see if I can refresh this. I probably have to put my API key back in. Hopefully that's it. And now it says, what are the three key pieces over here? Remember, it said, what are the 4 key pieces? Well, that's because this is actually running. It's not running in my code, in my Git code space. It's running in the Streamlit deployment environment, which is a different machine, but it's running off the same GitHub code. So here, it says you have something that's changed in the GitHub. Do you want to commit the change? And if I commit the change and then sync the change and then come over here, now it says 4. Isn't that cool? So we'll talk more about this whole GitHub code spaces environment in subsequent videos, but just wanted to give you a little flavor of what we're going to be working with. And this, as I said earlier, is an implementation of Python Streamlit LangChain using an LLM.